not be completely finished with the table, but I'm hoping you've done enough of it so you get the idea of what we're doing and some ideas on how to do it quickly. So Ty, I haven't heard from you. Can you explain to me how we do the clothing bill for the $19.99 item?
Yes, ma'am. I just rounded up
to 20? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you get 1%, which you just move that decimal over once, so you get $2.
And is that 1% or what?
10%.
10%. Thank you. You're thinking one decimal, right? Okay.
5%, you just do the same thing, move it over and multiply, so you just get $1.
Move what over and multiply?
Move that decimal over two places. Yeah, you get
So you did 0.05 times the 20 and got 1? Is that how you did it? Okay. Is there another way to get from column 1 to column 2? Divide column 1 by 2. Okay, that works as well. Okay. Go on. 25%.
I got $5. Same thing. Do 0.25 times 20.
And you got $5. How else could you look at that?
Every 5% is $1.
Every 5% is $1. Very good. How else could you do that? How many 25% do you have in a whole?
4.
4. How could that be useful for us? 20 divided by 4. Okay, good. 20 divided by 4. Another way. So 3 different ways on that column. Wow. Okay, any other ideas on 25%? No? Okay, what about 40? Ty, start us off. How can you do that one?
You go to 25. Oh,
I'm in the 40 column now, sorry. I moved over.
You just do 0.4 times 20, and you get $8.
Okay, give me another way.
Column 1 times 4.
The $1 there, so times 4 because column 1. Okay, I didn't hear that first part. Sorry. So that'd be $2 times 4 because we want 40% and that's 4 times more than the 10% column. Good. Any others?
Every 10% is $2.
Okay, every 10% is $2 and we need how many 10%? 4 of them. Good. So same multiplication, but come at from a different angle. That's good. Okay. And what else do we have? Somebody told me this over here. Anyone want to phrase it other than Taylor, who's the one who gave it to me? I have a Tyler also. I'm sorry. So
Every 20% is
every 5% is $1. So how does that apply to this column for the 40%? How many 5% do we need for this? 8 of them. So 8 times 1, there's your 8. Okay. Okay, then what are we doing? Now we got that row. That would apply to everything that we've done already, all those 2 other tables, right? Now look at the discounted total. What's that going to have to do?
You just got to subtract 25.
But we always added before.
Well, you just get a discount. So yeah.
Oh, it's a discount, so it has to go down. Okay, so we have to do the total bill. I know I scared you, huh? I'm playing devil's advocate. But every 20% is 4. Yes, you're right. And how can you figure that out? Every 20% is $4. From your chart, what we already have there, how can you come up with that without your calculator?
25% is $5.
25% is 5.
So subtract
10% is 2. So either of those 2, you can, and the 5% also, you could do it that way too. We have like 5 ways to come up with that fact that you just gave us. Okay, so we could say 25% minus 5%, right? So we could do 5 minus 1 is 4. Or we could do 10% times 2, and that would give us a 4 as well. Good. A bunch of ways. I'm glad. You know what you guys are talking about right now? This is what we call number sense. Looking at them and seeing patterns and figuring out how you get from one quantity to another. It's something that we wish everybody had learned in grade school or had experience with, but not everybody does. So what you guys are putting together now is giving you that basic skill that we really want you to have. So don't think that because you came up with a good idea that I don't appreciate it. You guys, I saw what you were writing down right at the beginning. So I know what you've gained just in 3 short tables about understanding numbers and how they're working together. So pat yourselves on the back. That's a big thing. Yeah, really. Okay, so discounted total, we're back to that. We have the $19.99, and we want to figure out, I have a 10% sale. What is that pair of jeans going to cost me? $17.99.
That'd be nice if pants costed that much.
Oh, you need Plato's Closet. Okay. Now, what if we're only having a 5% discount? $18.99. Kike, I haven't heard from over in your side of the room there. Help me out. How can I figure out a 25% sale? What's my price? $14.99? Okay. What about a 40%? Is this easy?
Yes.
Oh, that's because you've done all the foundation work. You understand what you're doing now. That's great. Okay, what's different about the $24.99 item? Can we use the same strategies?
Yeah.
How many of you did a pure mental strategy on that one? That you don't need a calculator, you didn't need to write anything down. Okay, even if you didn't do it, how many of you can tell me a pure mental strategy?
With the percents, but not minusing.
With the percents but not subtracting. Okay. What are you going to do with the initial part? And I have to repeat everything that y'all say because my online students have told me, we can't hear the students. When they say something, repeat it. So that's why I'm repeating and modeling at the same time. So $24.99, what are you going to do with it?
Around 25.
Make it a 25.
What if we went down to 20 also?
But you would still get it around down because you
It'd
want
be
to.
low, wouldn't it?
You could, and your estimate's going to be lower. So if you're trying to calculate if you have enough money to pay for the item, I'd go high instead of low. Yeah, just because then you're going to be closer and a little above so that you'll make sure.
Because it would be the same percentages.
Exactly, huh? Yeah, this should be pretty close though. So if you're looking at 10% on a $25 purchase, how much is it?
$250.
Oh, well, gosh, we don't care about 20% because that one's good. But we care about 40. What's 40%? Think mentally, how can I do 40%?
Times 4.
No.
Wait.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, times 4.
He's like, well, no.
10% times 4.
Do you multiply the 10% by 4?
250.
Sabrina? Can I do that? If I go from the 10% and multiply it by 4, will that give me the 40%? Yeah? So what would I have? What's 250 and 250? 5. There we go. Okay, so that'll be $10. Okay. Do you see how she multiplied that by 4 just like that? Yeah, good. I saw it too. Okay, what about the 5%?
Divide by 2.
You have $2.50. You have 2 whiny kids. How much does each kid get?
$1.25.
$1.25. We know this. Okay. $1.25. Okay.
And then if you take 250 plus 250 plus 125, that's you'll get your 25%.
Do you see what he just did there? Why is he doing that? Evelyn, how does that work? Do you want to hear it one more time?
Yeah.
Sean, tell us one more time.
Basically, you do two 10% to get 20, which would be 250 plus 250, and then add a 5%, which would be 125. So you have
So 2 10%
625.
and a 5%. Will that be 25%? So can you add those? What's 250 and 250?
5.
5, and then add $1.25. $6.25. We can do that.
Right, it is. what I did is 125 times 5.
You could do that too. 125 times 5. So you've got the dollar 5 times, that's $5. And then you have 5 quarters. How much is 5 quarters? $1.25. Add it in and you get $6.25. Good. Good. It always helps to think about money as actual dollar bills and quarters when you're trying to multiply and add them up, because
You can use a quarter method.
the quarter method. You could do a fourth of 25, which is a little bit harder. You can do half and then half again. And someone I know in this class is very good at doing that. Half of a bill and then half again. So that would be Haley. She was telling me that earlier. Okay. So how much is, can you figure out what do you do for the discounted totals? I'm not going to go through all of them because I think you can do them.
I just can't do it.
Just subtract it off of the total price. And then you've got your discounted totals. Good. Okay, so did you learn anything about other methods and mental math?
Yes.
Yay. Good answer, Jeremy.